So today we're checking out 5 capacitors for car audio systems. And honestly, this is one of those upgrades people either swear by or totally overthink. We're testing the Planet Audio PC10F, the Pyle PL Cape 50, the Boss Cap 18, the Boss KP8, and the Soundstorm C352. And by the end, you'll know exactly which one's worth your money and which one's just fine. Quick heads up, all the links are down in the description below. Let's get into it. Starting with number 1, the Planet Audio PC10F capacitor. This is a 10 farad capacitor, which basically means it's got a decent chunk of reserve power for when your bass hits hard and your system needs that extra juice real quick. First impression? It's got this blue digital voltage meter on the front, and honestly, it looks pretty clean. You can actually see your system's voltage in real time, which is kind of satisfying to watch when the bass drops. Installation-wise, it's pretty straightforward, but here's the thing people miss. The remote wire from your head unit has to be connected for this to even turn on. I've seen people install this, think it's broken, and it's literally just that one wire. Now, does it actually help? From what I'm seeing, yeah, it smooths out those voltage dips when the bass is pounding, less headlight dimming, that kind of thing. It's also got audible warning tones for reverse polarity, low battery, and voltage overload. A little annoying, but useful for troubleshooting. So yeah, for a 10 farad cap, this feels like a solid all-around option. Again, links for this and everything else are in the description. Pros: good 10 farad capacity for the price. Clean blue voltage display included. Has reverse polarity warning tones. Noticeably reduces headlight dimming. Cons: requires remote wire connection to work. Beep tones can get repetitive fast. Next up, the Pyle PL Cape 50 capacitor. This one's 5 farads, so right off the bat, half the capacitance of the Planet Audio. Does that matter? Kind of depends on your setup. Visually, this one's actually really nice. Brushed aluminum case, blue LED display, just looks more premium. Like if someone saw this in your trunk, they'd go, oh, that's a clean setup. It's rated for 12 to 24 volts DC. So a bit more flexibility depending on your electrical system. And it's got both polarity protection and over-voltage protection built in. The mounting hardware is pretty thorough too. Chrome-plated posts, clear brackets, all that. Comparing it to the Planet Audio, the PC10F has double the farads, but the Pyle feels more refined in build quality and looks. So it's a what do you care about more situation, raw capacity or that polished feel? For most daily setups, 5 farads is honestly enough unless you're running something seriously power hungry. So don't assume bigger number always means better. Pros: premium brushed aluminum design look. Polarity and over voltage protection built in. Comes with thorough mounting hardware kit. Cons: lower farad count than some rivals. Pricier for the capacity offered. Now we're stepping it up. Number 3, the Boss Cap 18 capacitor. 18 farads. Almost double the Planet Audio and way more than the Pyle. So immediately you're thinking, this is for someone running a serious system. This one's got the classic Boss look, kind of industrial, no nonsense, not winning any beauty contests, but that's not the point. It's got the same audible warning setup, reverse polarity, voltage overload, low battery, same as the Planet Audio. So that's becoming standard across these, which is good to see. With 18 farads, this thing's going to take noticeably longer to charge up initially compared to the smaller ones. That's just physics. More storage, more time to fill. Is 18 farads overkill for casual setups? Honestly, kind of, yeah. If you've just got one sub and a modest amp, you probably don't need this much. But if you're running something beefy, this is where it shines. Less voltage sag during those heavy bass hits. Pros: massive 18 farad reserve capacity. Great for high-power multi-sub setups. Same safety warning tone features. Cons: overkill for smaller casual systems. Takes longer to fully charge up. Number 4 is the Boss Cap8 car capacitor. Basically the little brother to the Cap 18. 8 farads, same brand, same design language. Honestly, this feels like the sweet spot in the Boss lineup. It's got a really low equivalent series resistance, meaning it releases stored power efficiently. Same warning tone features too. Reverse polarity, low battery, voltage overload. Size-wise, it's more compact, which actually matters if you've got a tight trunk and don't want a massive cylinder taking up space. Now, one important thing straight from the manual, you need to pre-charge this using the included resistor before connecting the positive terminal. Some people skip that step, and that's usually when they run into charging issues or think the unit's defective. Follow the instructions in order, and you should be fine. Comparing it to the Cap 18, if you're running a mid-size system, one sub, decent amp, the Cap 8 is probably the more practical choice. Safety features without paying for capacity you won't use. Pros? Compact size fits tight trunk spaces. Solid mid-range capacity for most setups. Reverse polarity and overload warnings included. Cons. Some units report incomplete charging issues. Finally, the Soundstorm C3F52 capacitor, smallest of the bunch at 3.5 farads and positioned as the budget pick here. Now, smaller farad rating doesn't automatically mean bad. This one's got a decent spec sheet for its size, rated at 16 volts working, 24 volts surge, with a tolerance of plus or minus 10%. That tolerance gives you a little wiggle room depending on your electrical system's quirks. It's got that classic red digital display showing charge and voltage levels, similar to the others, just red instead of blue. A couple things to be upfront about. This one's known to have a bit of a weaker case. During installation, some people have had the casing come apart a little. Doesn't damage the capacitor itself, but it's just not the most rugged feeling thing. Also, fair warning, it might beep every time you start your car. Some people find that annoying, others just tune it out after a week. But for the price, if you're dipping your toes into capacitors for the first time or running a smaller single sub setup, this is a totally reasonable starting point. Pros: budget-friendly entry-level option. Decent voltage tolerance for flexibility. Bright red display shows charge clearly. Cons: casing can feel a bit fragile. Beeps on every car startup. Best overall, the Planet Audio PC10F. Good capacity, solid features, reasonable price. Feels like the most no-regrets choice for most people. Best looking, most premium, the Pyle PL Cape 50. If aesthetics and build quality matter to you, worth the slight price bump. Best for high-power systems, the Boss Cap 18. Running multiple subs and a big amp, that 18 farad capacity actually matters here. Best balanced and practical, the Boss Cap 8. Solid middle ground, just follow that pre-charge step properly. Best budget pick, the Soundstorm C352. Good for first-timers or smaller setups, just be gentle during install. Hopefully this helped you figure out which one fits your setup best. All the links are down in the description if you want to check current prices and grab one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.